Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about mode of the data. That is worksheet number 3, chapter number 12, data handling. In this case, what is mode? The mode is the observation which occurs maximum number of times. That is known as the mode of the given data. For example, marks of students are given 6, 8, 2, 3, 3, 7, 8, 10, 8, 5, 8, 8, 1, 8, 9. So firstly we will arrange it in ascending order. So it is 1, 2, 3 2 times, 5, 6, 7, 8 is there 6 times, 9 and 10. The repeated observation, maximum number of time is there 8. So it means the mode of the given data is equal to 8. That is 6 times. The question number 1 of this exercise, first question is there, find the mode of the following data. Data is given as it is. So firstly we will arrange it in ascending order. In ascending order, we are looking here 14 is there 4 times, then 17 2 times, 18, 25 2 times, 28. The maximum number of time occurring an observation, that is 14. It is 4 times. Therefore the mode of the given data is there 14. It is simple. We have to see which one is the repeated observation in maximum number of time. That is 14 in this case. Now the second part is same as it is. You have to do by yourself. Question number 2 is there. The following data shows the weights of 15 students. Find the mode of the data. In this case, weight is given 46, 51, 53, 56, 60. The number of students having weight is there 46. Are there 3 students? 1 student have weight 51. 5 students are there 53 having weight. And 2 students are there having weight is there 56. 4 students are there having weight is there 60 kilogram. No, the maximum number of students are there 5. Having weight is there 53. In these 15 students, the maximum weight of 5 students, that is 53. Therefore the mode of the data is equal to 53 kilogram, that is of 5 students. This is the question. And question number 3, it is same as it is. Question number 2, you can do by yourself. And next question number 4 is there. In this question there is given, in January 2015 the number of children in 10 families of a locality are recorded as it is 4 3 4 0 2 2 5 2 1 3. We have to find the mean, median and mode using this data. So what is mean? Mean is the sum of all observation divided by number of observation. The sum of all these observation is 26 and number of observation are there 10. So 26 upon 10, it is equal to 2.6. Now the median, in case of median, firstly we will arrange this data in ascending order. In ascending order we are looking here, it is 0, 1, triple 2, double 3, double 4 and then 5. Here number of observation are there 10. When 10 means even number of observations are there, in that case the median is the mean of two middle terms, that is 2 and 3, and its mean is equal to 2 plus 3, it is 5 upon 2, that is 2.5. 2.5 is the median of the given data. Next, mode. What is mode? So in this case we are looking here, 2 is of maximum number of time, that is 3 times. So therefore mode of this data is there 3. Second part of this question is given, that is when two families having children 0 and 1, two families having children 0 and 1 are vacated in the house, and other two more families with children 2 and 5 accommodated the house. So in that case again we have to find the mean and mode and median. So in this case mean. So in this case, what we are looking here, uh, it is the ascending order of these numbers. So families having children are there 0 and 1 are removed, 0 and 1, and two families more entered here in this house having children are there 2 and 5. Here 2 is already 3 times, so 1 more it becomes 4 times, and 5 is increased in place of 0 and 1. Therefore this is the data in ascending order. Now the mean of this data, the sum of all observation divided by total number of observation, that is 32 upon 10, it is 3.2. And median of data, again the observations are there 10, these are same, even observation, therefore the median is the mean of the two middle term, and the mean of the two middle term, in this case two middle term are there 3 and 3, and their mean is equal to 3 plus 3 upon 2, that is 6 upon 2, and it is equal to 3. Therefore mode of the data is equal to, median of the data is equal to 3. And what is mode? Mode is there 2, because 2 is their maximum number of time, that is 4 times. So the mode of the data is equal to 2, which is of 4 times. So this is about mode of the data, worksheet 3. Now we are doing worksheet 4. It is related to bar graph. What is bar graph? The bar graphs are simply, these are the peaks, rectangular peaks used to represent the data either horizontally or vertically. So in this case, two axes are there, means x-axis and y-axis. We have to represent the data on x-y plane. X-axis represents the fixed data. It is used for fixed data, and this axis is used for variable data. Variable means which vary according to the time, but this is the fixed data and it does not vary. For example, the number of days of a week, and it is the temperature or anything on y-axis. And similarly, double bar graph, we will use this double bar graph when we have to compare the data, using bars. Now the first question of this exercise, worksheet 4. A bicycle shop owner sold the number of bicycles in a week. It is shown in this table. On Monday there are 35, Tuesday 30, Wednesday 44, Thursday 25, Friday 10, and Saturday 25. We have to represent it graphically. So how we can represent it graphically? So firstly we have to draw x by plane. It is x-axis, it is y-axis. Vertical line represents y-axis, horizontal line represents x-axis. So in this case, we have to make the equal division. When we are doing this question, we have to use graph paper. So everyone should use graph paper for these questions, for bar graph or double bar graph. So in this case, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, there is same difference between all these days. One box we have to left, and then represent for Tuesday. Again we have to left this box, and then as it is. And on y-axis we have to take number of it is bicycle, not shirts are there, it is bicycle. On the y-axis there are number of bicycles, so we have to take equal division. For first box 5 unit, second box 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 5 15, 15 plus 5 20, 20 plus 5 25, means the distance along y-axis should be same. Scale we are using for this, scale used along y-axis, that is one square box. This square box, one square box on y-axis represents 5 bicycles. So this is the data, the sale on Monday, that is 35. So it is here represents, this peak represents 35 bicycles. On Tuesday there are 30, so this peak represents 30 bicycles. On Wednesday 44, so it is slightly less than 45, that is 44. On graph you can do it by self easily. And next one is there. On Thursday there are 25. So 25 are there on Thursday. On Friday there are 10 bicycle he had sold. So only 10 bicycles are there. On Saturday there are 25 again. So it is the representation of this data using bar graph. Now the next question, question number 3. Question number 3 is as it is, same as it is. There is given the temperature of March, April, May, June and July. You have to represent it on graph. So you can do it by self. Now the next question number 2 is there. In question number 2 there is given the number of adults in a village according to their level of education is given in the bar graph. So it is bar graph, it is represented here in the book. So we have to see this bar graph and answer the following question. The first question is there, what does the bar graph represents? So this bar graph represents the education level of number of adults in a village. Second, how many uneducated adults are there? So it is the level of education and there are number of adults. So uneducated are these. So it is represented by this number, that is 1100. So uneducated adults are there 1100. Next one, C part is there. How many adults are educated up to primary level? Primary level is there, this one. And on y-axis we are looking here, it is 900. So the number of adults of primary level, that are 900. Then high school level, it represented by the number, that is 700. So 700 adults are there who are educated from up to high school level. So this is the second part, second question. We have to see the graph properly and write the answer of the following questions. The next question, question number 3, this you have to do by yourself using graph paper. Next part, question number 4. Question number 4 is related to the double bar graph. We have to see the double bar graph and write the answer of the following questions. Study the bar graph and answer the questions that follow. In this case, first box represents, that is black box. It is represented by boys, and this box represents the girls. On x-axis there is sections, section of 7th class, 7th A, 7th B, 7th C, 7th D, and there is given number of boys and number of girls, number of boys, number of girls, and so on. There is given the number of students, means number of boys and number of girls. So we have to answer the following question. The first is there, what does the bar graph represents? So in this case, what does this bar graph represents? So it represents the number of boys and girls section wise of class 7th. Section wise of class 7th. Second part is there, in which two sections are the number of girls equal? So in which two sections the number of girls are equal? The girls represented by this pink color bars. So in 7D and in 7th A, the number of girls are same in section A and section D. Second, C part is there, which section has the highest number of girls? So in this case we are looking here in section B, the number of girls are highest as compared to other sections. Next one is there, how many sections have more number of girls than boys? So how many sections? Here boys are greater than number of girls, but in this case the number of girls are more than the number of boys. Similarly in this case, but in this case number of boys are more than number of girls. Therefore there are two sections only, that is B section and C section. So it is the comparison of number of boys and number of girls section wise. Now the next part is there, next question is there. In this question there is given we have to find the following data gives the number of mathematics and science books purchased by a library during different years 2009 2010 11 12 13 year बता रखा है and number of books. We have to draw a double bar graph. So how we can draw this? Look here. In this case again we are taking x-axis and y-axis, and along x-axis we represent the fixed data, that is 2009 2010 2011 12 13, and along y-axis the number of books may increase or decrease, so we are taking this data on y-axis. So in this case first box represent 100, second box 200, means data should be same, there should be equal divisions. Now in this case maths books are represented by blue colored this box, and science books are represented by red colored box. When you are making this you have to use graph paper and then bars. You can do these by using pencil or any color. In 2009 a number of maths books are purchased or uh, taken by library, that is 350, and 300 science books. So 350 it lies in between 300 and 400, that is as it is, and 300 is there. So in this case on 2009 we will represent it as it is. 2010 400 and 380. 380 is slightly less than 400, and it 380 lies between 300 and 400, that is here. Similarly maths books are there in 2011 there are given 520, and science books are there 400. Then 2012 the number of maths books are there 600, and number of science books are there 450. 450 lies between 400 and 500, that is there. Then next is there 650 number of books of maths on 2013, that is 650. So it is in between 600 and 700. The bar is there up to 650, and the science books are there 600. It is represented as it is. Now in this case we have to write there what scale we have used. Scale along y-axis we have used 1 square box. This box, 1 square box represents 100 books. The similar question is there, question number 6. The following data gives the maximum and the minimum temperature in degree Celsius of a city in a day. We have to draw a double bar graph for this data. So in this case data is given as it is. It is the maximum temperature and it is the minimum temperature, and these are the cities. So in this case what we have to do, we have again make a x-axis and y-axis so that we can represent the double graph on it. The horizontal line represented by x-axis and vertical line represented by y-axis. Now in this case first Delhi, Bangalore, Srinagar, Mumbai, Chennai, these cities we have to take on x-axis, that is the fixed data, and temperature increases or decreases. It depends upon the hotness and the coldness of a day. So it is a variable data. So we will take this data on y-axis. Now in this case Delhi first city is there Delhi, the maximum temperature is there 23 and minimum temperature is there 20. So we have taken a distance along y-axis, that is 4 unit. One box represents 4 unit, second box 8, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 4 that is 12, 12 plus 4 that is 16, and so on. So it means scale is used along y-axis, that is 1 square box is equal to 4 degrees Celsius, that is the temperature. Now we have to represent. So 23 lies between 20 and 24 as it is, and 20 as it is. Similarly this one, and this one. Now we have to answer the following questions. Questions are there. First is there, which city shows the maximum difference in day's temperature? The which city shows it is Srinagar. Srinagar, that is 10 minus 4, that is equal to 6 degrees Celsius. Next, which city shows minimum difference in the day's temperature? That is Bengaluru. 20 minus 19. 20 minus 19, that is equal to 1 degree Celsius. Which are the hottest and the coldest cities? Hottest and the coldest cities means having maximum temperature and minimum temperature. The maximum temperature of this city, Chennai, is maximum, that is 32 degree Celsius, and minimum temperature of Srinagar is there, that is 4 degrees Celsius. So these cities are there. So in this way you have to solve these questions and try the brain teasers as it is. Thank you and have a nice day.